Hi students, I'm Sonia from Vidya Guru. We are starting a new session on vocabulary. It is basically in the form of a quiz. You need to understand that 4 options are mentioned here and you need to learn. You need to look at the 4 options and you need to select the right choice. That is why it was named as the quiz. Although I've written it as this vocabulary is relevant for Bank PO and SSC, but you need to understand all the competitive exams that you will be taking. Vocabulary will be common as the section of English will remain common. We are starting this session. If you like the session, you can press the like button, share the video with your friends and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. If you do that, you will get benefited a lot because I'll try my level best to give you the information, whatever I actually, I want to share the information with you that's going to be very relevant from the perspective of the exams. Alright, let's start the video and keep the notebooks handy because you need to write down the words. Otherwise, you'll be able to, you'll not be able to retain the words. Let's start from the first word and that is obstreperous. The first word is obstreperous. Write it down side by side for sure. I'll try to tell you how to relate obstreperous. See, by showing you the 4 options and by just asking you to judge that, one option is the, right option. Besides that, I wish to tell you that there will be an example and through that example, you will be able to understand the usage of the word as well. Obstreperous, the options are given and the right choice is unruly. And we have related this obstreperous here with the teenager. We are saying obstreperous means unruly and please understand unruly is an English word. If you don't understand that, unruly, that tells you that unruly is wild, unruly is unmanageable, unruly is uncontrollable, unruly is disobedient, disruptive, or you can say attention seeking. People who are obstreperous, they can be, called undisciplined at the same time. As you guys are aware that teenagers are generally, I'm not saying that all of them are like that, but most of them are addressed. Most of them are actually called obstreperous. Why? Because they are a little wild, they are unmanageable because that's their age, that happens naturally. Obstreperous is just that, where a person is wild, where a person is rowdy, where a person is disobedient. So I am saying when a person is obstreperous, that person is a little wild, unruly and rowdy. Don't forget the word and try to relate these words. Whatever I'm teaching you, I'm going to associate the word with the nearby word. So keep both the words with you so that you can learn obstreperous like that. Obstreperous teenager, whenever you recall this word, you'll be able to relate that teenagers, ma'am said that teenagers are generally obstreperous because they become uncontrollable or disobedient at times. So you can relate such things. The next word is ignominious. Ignominy or ignominious, where, when you can see the examples, you can obviously choose, if you are aware of the meaning. The choice is disgraceful. The answer is disgraceful, where it means humiliating, where it means undignified, where it means embarrassing. I think you will be able to relate embarrassing well with ignominious. When it is ignominy or ignominious, that means it is disgraceful to someone. The ruling party suffered an ignominious defeat. There was a party, it was ruling. And it suffered, some sort of defeat. And what sort of defeat was that? That defeat was ignominious defeat. That means they could not get the seats now. Earlier, that was the ruling party, but now their plight, their position is very sad, very bad. So they actually could encounter ignominious defeat, that's humiliating defeat, that's undignified defeat, that's embarrassing defeat in the local body by-elections conducted in the state. There's a state in which by-elections, local body by-elections took place, they were conducted, elections were conducted, and the ruling party got the ignominious defeat. So learn the word like this by writing ignominious defeat. That's how you'll be able to keep ignominious in your mind. Earlier I told you obstreperous, teenager, the teenager which is uncontrollable or disobedient. I'm talking about some teenager. So ignominious defeat, that means that defeat is disgraceful. When somebody tells you pecuniary, you need to understand there are words like impecunious or pecunious. If you've heard, the word pecunious or impecunious, that's C. When you actually have heard, you can relate these words, pecuniary, pecunious or impecunious. Somebody who has money, that person is pecunious, is in the alright sort of state, that's pecunious. Impecunious becomes the opposite of pecunious. A person who does not have money, that person is poor. So when a word like pecunious and impecunious, such words are there in front of you, you need to understand, you need to quickly relate these words with money. Pecuniary, pecunious, impecunious, that's related with penny, money. So it is monetary, the right answer is monetary, that's B. To remain free from pecuniary troubles, you must plan your retirement well in advance. Your retirement should be planned. Your retirement should be planned so that you will not be facing any pecuniary troubles. Believe me, it happens with almost, you can say most of the people. It happens with, most of the people. So it should not happen with anyone. That's why we need to plan our retirement. So pecuniary troubles, that means associated with money. So I'm saying pecuniary troubles should not happen. Pecuniary troubles should not be there in anyone's life. That means we are talking about the monetary troubles, the financial troubles, the troubles which are related with money. So pecuniary, pecunious, impecunious. Don't forget these words. I think that I've taught you in a manner where you'll be able to keep this word in your mind. So pecuniary troubles should not be there with anyone. So money troubles, monetary troubles. Conjecture, conjecture means surmise. You're guessing it actually. So guess, conjecture, surmise is the right answer for it. Speculation can be the meaning of it. So surmise, speculation, fancy, where you are just guessing. Guess is the right word. I hope I'll be able to, tell you the meaning by explaining this example. Of late, there has been some conjecture in the industry about the comeback of an erstwhile popular star. Erstwhile popular star, that means that person is not that popular now. Erstwhile popular star, that means previously, earlier it was popular. Earlier that person was popular. Earlier popular star, the popular star which was popular in earlier times. So I'm saying erstwhile popular star, there's a comeback. And guess of his comeback is there. So select the words, write them according to your wish. Write it like that. Conjecture of the comeback of a star. That's how I think you will be able to relate. You will be able to form a sentence, you will be able to frame a sentence well, and that's how you will be able to retain these words. Just write it down. Conjecture of the comeback of, a popular star. The guess is there. We are not very sure that person will come back. We are not sure that person will come back. We are just guessing that, probably that person, is going to come back, that person may come back, that popular star. So conjecture of the comeback of the popular star, just write it like that. That's how you need not write the entire sentence. You just need to relate 2-3 words and you will be able to retain the word well. The next word is calumny, where sort of slander is happening. Calumny is the word where something bad is happening. That's slander. Slander is what? During election time, even national parties release political advertisements that rely on calumny to influence people. People are getting influenced. And that influence is basically what? Slander. During election time, national parties release political advertisement. They do that during the election time. They release political advertisements where they are promoting themselves well. But that's basically, that rely on calumny to influence people. Calumny, that means where you are talking bad things, which is not actually the positive. See, slander is basically defamatory statements. Slander is basically where you defame someone, which is basically known as character assassination also. So that is calumny. Calumny, when you are talking bad things about someone, bad things, that means slander. That's defamatory statements. You're defaming someone, where bad things are being discussed about someone. That's calumny, that's slander. Character assassination of somebody is happening, that's calumny, that's slander. So character assassination, slander, calumny. So calumny, to influence people. That means character assassination or slander is happening. Defamatory statements are being framed. The next word is commiserate. Commiserate is the word. Commiserate means to sympathize with someone. Commiserate means to sympathize with someone. You need to relate the word, and how will you do that? You have to read this example. The entire staff commiserated with Carl over the death of his father. There's a person by the name of Carl, and we are saying that Carl, he has lost his father, and the entire staff commiserated with, him. Commiserated it is basically sympathize, to sympathize with Carl. Obviously the plight is very sad, of the Carl. Now you can write it down like that. Commiserated over the death of one's father. That's how you need not write the entire sentence. With a little part of the sentence you can learn this word. Commiserate over the death of his father. Please understand the level of the vocabulary is a little higher what you generally study. Please keep the words in your mind. It's difficult, but I know you'll be able to do that. So stay focused. The word commiserate means to sympathize with someone. And how are you going to learn that? I told you, write it down like that. Commiserate over the death of one's father. Because if somebody dies, we commiserate with that person. Commiserate, that means sympathize. Pensive, that's thoughtful. When, at times it happens that when you are sitting alone, people say that why are you giving this sort of pensive, look. That pensive look when you are sad and when you are thinking about something, that's pensive, that's thoughtful. When you are in the thoughtful state, but at the same time you are sad as well. You are a little sad, pensive, thoughtful, but it has that sadness also. And by this example, you can judge that sadness is there. After the loss of his father, Sam became more pensive than ever. Obviously, that's the terrible loss to someone. He has lost his mother and he remains in the pensive state all the time. He has become more pensive, that means more thoughtful. Earlier he was not that thoughtful. After the death of his mother, he became more pensive, that means more thoughtful. Don't forget the word pensive, thoughtful. See, here we are talking about the word solicit. The word is, people generally get confused. But by I think this example, you will be able to relate the word very easily. Solicit means request. Solicit means request. And how am I going to explain that? I'm going to explain that like that. Just look at it. The firm's marketing department wishes to solicit feedback from consumers regarding their buying habits or their buying behaviors. See, we have purchased something, from any online portal. And from that online portal, now they are asking for the feedback from us. Like, how was the experience? What sort of experience, we faced basically when we visited their website and when we actually purchased something. Now we need to give them the feedback, and the firm is asking for it. Here we are saying the marketing department of the firm is asking for the feedback. So how they are going to ask for the feedback? Please understand, they have to be very polite at the time of asking for the feedback. So I'm saying solicit feedback from consumers. Just write it like that. That's how you'll be able to understand that feedback should be solicited from the customers. So the one who's asking, the company which is asking for the feedback, that company has to be very polite towards the consumers. So obviously with consumers you have to be polite. So solicit feedback, request. You have to request for the feedback. So solicit feedback from consumers. Even otherwise, for the feedback you have to be polite. Even if you write solicit feedback, I think you'll be able to retain it very easily. Request for the feedback. Modicum. See, if I explain it, I think some of you will not be able to, will not be in a position to understand, the word. But I don't wish to do that here. There's a Hindi word which actually resembles this word. If some of you understand a little bit of Hindi, I think you'll be able to relate this word. Modicum is the word, modicum, in which the word come is there. That's basically a Hindi word too. Come means less, and if you read it, read this part like, relating it with that Hindi word, I think you'll be able to retain it well. Modicum, where something is less. Come is the Hindi word. If you can relate that Hindi word with less, modicum, that's less, something is less. So modicum, that's less, that's bit. Modicum, bit, something is in less quantity. Read the example. If you cannot understand Hindi, that's not at all a problem. If you read the example, I think you will be able to learn it very easily. As the woman was drunk, she did not have even a modicum of control over the vehicle she was driving. Please understand, when we drive, we are advised generally that we should not drive our vehicles, if we are drunk. We should not do that. That is why that lady, that woman did not have modicum of control over the vehicle. So read it like that. You need to write it down like this. Modicum of control over the vehicle. That means she did not have a bit of control. She did not have a modicum of control over the vehicle. That means she did not have a bit of control. You can understand, I think by reading just this part, modicum of control over the vehicle, you will be able to keep the meaning in your mind. Modicum, something is in less, bit, something is in less quantity. So modicum of control. Tenacity, persistence, where you are working hard, where you are, you have the spirit of trying and trying and trying again. That spirit is tenacity, that spirit is perseverance, that spirit is persistence. So tenacity, persistence, where your spirit of working hard is there in you. So that tenacity is shown here in this example as well. So the tenacity of our freedom fighters finally got rewarded on 15th August 1947. Please understand, our freedom fighters showed the tenacity. Our freedom fighters showed the tenacity. So that tenacity is persistence. That tenacity is persistence. They fought persistently. They fought like that. They showed tenacity. That is why we could get the freedom on 15th August 1947. If you just write tenacity of our freedom fighters, all this, from here till here, you will be able to keep the word tenacity in your mind. So something is, tenacious, I'm saying tenacity, persistence shown by our freedom fighters. We all know that our freedom fighters showed tenacity, they showed persistence, that is why we could get the freedom. Indigent is the word which shows that a person is poor. Indigent is a person, that means that person does not have money. Indigent is poor. Impoverished, this word indigence, if it becomes indigence, that means it shows poverty. It shows poverty, a person who does not have money. So I'm saying indigent, impoverished. You can look at the example and very easily you'll be able to relate it. The indigent family was not in a position to spend on anything other than food and clothing. We are saying that the family is poor. They're barely able to spend on their food and clothing. They cannot spend, on any other thing, anything other than food or clothing. They can spend only on food, only on clothing, but not something else. They cannot spend on anything else. That's indigent family, that's poor family, that's impoverished family. They do not have money to spend on other things. So indigent word is related with poverty. So poor is the word, impoverished is the word. Let's start the division quickly. The first word was obstreperous, that's unruly. Obstreperous, teenager, that's wild teenager, unmanageable teenager. Ignominious, disgraceful, ignominious defeat, that means humiliating, undignified, disgraceful defeat. Pecuniary troubles, that means the troubles related with money. Conjecture about the comeback of a popular star, that's conjecture, we are guessing, conjecture, surmise or guess. Calumny is slander, defamatory statements. Commiserate is the word which is actually used to show some sort of sympathy. Commiserate, sympathize is the answer. Pensive look, pensive state, thoughtful state, where you are sad also. Solicit, feedback, request for the feedback. Obviously, when you are asking for the feedback from consumers, you have to be very polite. So solicit feedback, request for the feedback. Modicum, told you, modicum, bit, that's modicum of control over the vehicle. She could not show any control, any sort of control. That was bit, modicum of control. tenacity shown by our freedom fighters, that means the persistence which was shown by them, the perseverance which was shown by them, the spirit of doing it, trying it once again, trying it, that's tenacity. Indigent, that's impoverished, that's poor. Indigent family, that's poor family. Impoverished family. Let's wrap it up. Thank you so much.